it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. What matters is what in your heart you know is the best thing for you to do. Hi, I'm Allison, the daughter of a super narcissistic mother. I've been in no contact with her for about 9 months, and I want to share with you today how my friends, family, and an update on how I feel about that decision. But first, know that as children, we were dependent on our chaotic family, so we often felt unsafe or unsettled, but hushed our inner knowing and our intuition and tried to see the best in our family. Moving forward, cultivate that intuition, that sense of what you know is right, what's really going on, how you really feel, and honor those feelings and desires. If you want to cut contact, don't worry about what anyone else says. Don't explain yourself. Just do what's right for you. You know what's right for you. I'm going to start with outsiders and move into my immediate family and then further into myself. Most people agree that kids should talk to their parents. A lot of people have really healthy and great relationships with their parents. They're like, my mom is my best friend, and I used to get super jealous about this, but now I just feel people out, and if I can sense that's the case, I don't expand on this with them. They don't understand, and that is okay. They're learning a different lesson in this lifetime. Don't let anybody guilt you. Learn to stand tall and strong in your conviction and make your own decisions unregrettably. Moving inward to my friends, a lot of my friends don't really check in with this part of my life. I expressed to them that I really don't have the desire to have a relationship with my mom anymore, almost a year ago now, but a lot of them don't know how to talk about this and can't relate, so we just don't really talk about it. Friends who do talk about it with me think it's kind of a healthy phase. So moving into my extended family, my aunts, uncles, and cousins, a lot of them understand where I'm coming from because they have known my mom for longer than I have known her. They have had experiences that have left them with some sort of distaste in their mouth involving my mom, but since they aren't my mom's daughter, they are less affected and low contact is fine for them. A lot of them think it's a phase too and have them themselves possibly gone through a phase of not speaking to someone toxic in their life. They support me trying to nourish me and my mom's relationship because they're again in support of a mother-daughter relationship in general, in obligation, but again, they understand where I'm coming from because they know who my mom is. We largely don't talk about this. We talk about what's going on with me and what's going on with them. They see me for who I am, and then they see my mom for whoever they see my mom as. For those who don't, who see me and my mom as connected and see me as who my mom says I am, that's fine. I don't really hear about that. I guess that it happens in a few different places, but it is what it is. Whatever, major loser. I do want to say though, I think there's another narcissist in my family tree, and it's super unfortunate that this just trickles through the generations, and man, it's just so good that you and I are on this journey to becoming our best selves. The world needs more love and less narcissism. So moving into my extended family, I am lucky in that no one has disowned me, but the person who really doesn't disagree would be my brother. He's pretty disconnected from the family. He minds his own business. He wants to keep things as they are and see the best in everything and just focus on the good. And I admire that and I respect that. I respect his decision, and for the most part he respects mine. He hasn't really outright told me he disagrees with what I'm doing, but he kind of grumbles when I talk about having not talked about to my mom for so long, so I don't really talk about it anymore. And when he says he talks to my mom, he says it's mostly him listening to her talk about her life, and that's fine with him. Moving on, my sisters, they have expressed their own desires to go no contact, but they're both still dependent on my mom in their very own different ways. Her mom comes up in conversations between me and my sisters every week, I'd say, and my mom asks how I'm doing apparently, and they tell me stories about like ridiculous things or sad or angry things, and they still get riled up and are in like the waves and drama, and I am just happy that I'm not, but that's a different story, I suppose. My sisters are supportive of me. My dad is coming out of the narcissistic fog himself, and he is evolving and embracing his passions like bike riding and hanging out with friends and letting go of old ways. In my being no contact, he is not very judgmental. He's supportive of me doing what I want to do and what I feel is best. He does support me talking to my mom. Every once in a while he'll say that, like, I think that you should just text her every now and then. But I'm like, what's a text? Like, is that a relationship? It's literally just a symbol and it has no substance. And like, is that what a relationship is? Is that love? No. I don't think that's what he means, but that's why I just don't get it. And so I ask him, how do you suppose I go about having a relationship with her? Like, what do you recommend? And he's like, I don't know. It's kind of funny that he's like, I can't do it, but he wants me to. With myself, it's funny, not many people ask how I'm feeling. A couple weeks ago, I was pretty sad. I don't know if it was weeks, maybe a month. I was sad, things weren't going right in my life, and then on top of it, or underneath it, whichever, simultaneously, I was like, I haven't talked to my mom in a really long time. No one asked me how I was doing, like, on top of all this, like, are you okay with this major thing happening in your life? I had to open up and be vulnerable and be like, listen, not only is this going on in my life, I express that that's what I'm upset about, but there's also this major puzzle piece, and I'm really upset about that. One more note on myself, the sadness and the guilt as I really feel it and release it into the world is, yeah, releasing. I don't really feel those things anymore, and I know it comes in waves, it may come back, but right now I feel stronger in this decision than I have in 9 months, and stronger in who I am. I think I've had brain fog forever, and I am just really stepping out of something and into a new way of life. So it's really, really, really cool, and I hope that you have or will experience this at some point in your life. I don't even know if I said everything I wanted to say about my family, but it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. What matters is what in your heart you know is the best thing for you to do right now. You don't have to make a decision that will last forever. You don't have to worry about decisions you've made in the past. Right now, what's best? Think about it. You already know. So that's all I have for you today. I'll talk to you super soon, and until then, I hope you're super well. Please let us know what you and your narcissistic parents' relationship is in the comments below and what your family thinks about it. You never know who needs to hear what you have to say. I love you. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.